So after years of waiting, we finally get some kind of message about a new device coming out. So it's true, okay, the Nintendo Switch 2 is coming. And I think the craziest thing about this whole entire thing is that the fact that they didn't call it like the Wii U instead of just a Wii, right? Or like instead of like the 3D or the DS, it's like 3DS, right? Now it's just like it's just straight up 2, which I think is pretty funny that that they never did that before. But with that in mind, I do want to speak about a few things regarding this thing before jumping. First, I don't know the entire context, but more or less, people were literally leaking so much about this Switch thing that so that they like ride the current hype train, they uploaded the trailer early, which I think is fucking hilarious. I think there's a lot about that to be said. And I actually reacted to the trailer on stream, which I'm going to be showing you guys. Okay, that's what I'm going to be mainly showing you because it's a lot of my unfiltered thoughts. However, I do have a few issues already. First off, we don't see the specs right away. I understand that a few other companies do this, but like, here's the thing. I think with Nintendo, the reason why this is really cool is the fact that, again, we're getting something new finally. But in my opinion, it kind of just feels like the same slop we've been getting with other like devices and consoles and whatnot. And it's kind of sad. For example, with a PlayStation console, right? I mean, the PS5 doesn't really offer anything new, and people have already been bitching about essentially wasting money on something that's supposed to be new and grandiose, and we don't get that anymore. I would say that honestly, the DS and the Wii were revolutionary in terms of what it offered, and every single time that I look at Nintendo, they kind of always offer something new and grandiose, and I really like that. There's a lot more in terms of new tech and what was more available to do. Like, for example, obviously, you had a Pocket game, right? And it, instead of just, let's say, your Game Boy, well, guess what? We're going to upgrade it to a fucking DS. And it was great. It was phenomenal, in my opinion. Then we had the Wii. Okay, what if instead of just, staying around all the time, what if, playing games is a little bit more active, right? I like that. They did a very good job with that. But the main problem with this is, first off, again, we're not seeing the specs yet. We're going to, but it's going to be months. So we're not going to see any specs yet, okay? 2, at the very least, in my opinion, we should be seeing something completely new and different and special. And to me, in my opinion, this just seems like another Steam Deck. It just seems like a worse version of a Steam Deck. I'm sure there's going to be different versions that come out. But here's the problem with me. We're getting to a point where, because it's always been graphics. Nintendo didn't really care about that. They cared about, obviously, more different models that were special and they could do different stuff, and I like that. I think that was definitely the right call for them because it made them different, as well as the fact that obviously, well, they kept games. But I don't think it's going to work this time around, and I do think you've been seeing a steady decline in Nintendo products as well, just because it's like, what? Who's going to spend like what, $60 to $70 on fucking Mario Kart? I will. Joe Schmo will. Like, you gotta be kidding me here. Like, of course there's gonna be people that do it, but it's like, is it right? Should you be spending that much money on a game? Dude, I'm sorry, I don't think it's as crazy or as long of the playtime as fucking Elden Ring or some shit. So, obviously, I have some opinions. But, me kind of taking a backseat, when I was looking at the comments of this video that I watched, like, dude, almost everyone seemed insanely happy about this whole thing. So, I don't really want to take that from people too much. Just my opinion, be wary. Don't be spending all this money on a product that you're going to have to rebuy games. You're going to have to, like, get all this other crap for a subpar graphics card that's not going to be doing a lot for you. When, let's say, you got, like, a PC, which I believe in PCs right now. I think PCs are just the best, okay? You might as well just do that. Because, I mean, you can hook up a controller and almost everything you can play on these other consoles, you can play on the PC. There's only a few options, literally a few that I think of that you can't do, okay? And then, emulators, so. I kind of yap about this as well in the stream, but again, unfiltered thoughts coming up. Thank you guys, and let's jump into it. Nintendo! What speed is it on? Oh, ×2. Shoot. Oh. Okay, the old one. Whatever. Okay, bigger screen, right? I feel like this is going to be terrible. Did we not already have a fucking... Were most of these already not just functions? What the fuck? Huh? I do not like that noise, bro. This is fucking... These noises are fucking weird, bro. They're fucking drifting! Yo! What the fuck? So this is better functionality? I mean, I kind of showed, but like, I don't get it. It just seems like it's bigger and that's it. Like, what does it do that's different? What, better graphics? To be fair, the last Nintendo Switch was ass, bro. They needed to update that shit for a long time. So, yeah, but like, okay, like genuinely, other than graphics, like, what's the point of this? 2025. Okay, here's games and systems sold separately. So, let me see this. Nintendo plays both physical and digital Nintendo Switch games. Certain Nintendo Switch games may not be supported or fully compatible with Nintendo Switch 2. That's bullshit. Why? It depends. I guess it depends on how strong the other one is, but it's like, listen, bro, you can play so many things on this one. It really depends on if, like, what new functionalities this, like, new Switch gives off. I already have a lot of opinions about this, frankly. Listen, man. I don't like the idea. I always hated this, okay? This is why I like having a PC, okay? I'm going to start bitching here. I'm going to start yapping. So I've always liked the idea of having a PC just for the pure fact that when there's these new consoles that come out, what's the point? Why do I want to get this console that's special? For example, back in the day, it was graphics. There was a graphics war. There was a game war where it's like, okay, some games you just straight up cannot get. There's a few you technically can't get anymore. Like, for example, like Bloodborne. But even then, like, if you, like, let's be real, if you want to get an emulator, you can play fucking Bloodborne PC, okay? But, like, as for everything else, like, you know, there was a reason. There was a reason, okay? You couldn't fucking play the Wii back in the day. If you wanted playing that, you had to do, you know, you had to go through these steps to play it on the Wii, right? These games. But now it's like, okay, all these games, almost all of them, and now we're at the point, again, like, you got all these emulators. If you really wanted to, you could throw this shit onto your PC. Why not, instead of buying these things every few years, where it's hundreds of bucks, put that money into your computer? I mean, do I wrong? Computer's a big chunk, but, like, if you spend that money on your computer, and then, you know, you stop, and then, you know, you leave, you have that for a good chunk of time, a decade. Dude, these things come out every few years. And if you judge the count of time for how often you have to buy these things, like, you're throwing hundreds of dollars down the drain. And not the worst thing, that being that, but the fact that you have to keep buying these games too. I've seen it multiple times where I've had friends that are like, oh yeah, I just had to rebuy this game for my system. Like, why the fuck would you rebuy a game, bro? Like, don't get me wrong, if you have the money, do what you want. It's your fucking money, man. But, like, listen, I don't always have the most money. I know a lot of people don't. And that is just such a waste. That is so fucked up, bro. Like, it reminds me... I'm not gonna go to that, but it's just like, there's so many times where I feel like these game manufacturers and companies are just trying to, like, ruin you, okay? The fact that it's bigger, it's cool, okay? But it's like, okay, this has been years of them not, like, bringing out this Nintendo 2. Or my bad, Nintendo Switch 2. The Switch 2 should have came out a long time ago. So the fact that it's coming out now, frankly, I don't give a shit, and I really don't think a lot of people give a shit. I mean, let's look at the comments. Maybe people do. Nintendo, we know you know. Now just take the teaser and leave us alone. What? That was the most get off my back energy I've ever seen in a teaser. Whatever. Yeah, everyone's like, what, bugging about it? Was that it? I bet. That was the most get off my... Okay, read that. Get used to this being the background footage in every Nintendo video for the next 7 years. Nintendo casually announcing a new Mario Kart for the first time in a decade. Gotta be one of the funniest game reveals of all time. I hope my old Switch magically turns into a Switch 2, just like it did in the video. That control stick spinning with style better to be... Okay. I guess everyone else, like, doesn't really give a shit. Like, I guess I'm the only one that does give a shit, because it's like, I don't know what's... Like, just from them showing this, I'm just judging. Like, okay, let's say I am... Oh, no. Don't sneeze. Fuck! it's really annoying with this stuff because it's like, okay, let's say I'm going to judge this off the idea that let's say I'm a mom or a dad, right? Let's say I'm a mom or a dad, man, and I'm going to get this for my kid because I don't know, maybe I'm biased too, but like I feel like anyone else is just not going to give a shit, or they're just like maybe going to get this off the top of their head, or only one friend's going to get it, everyone's going to fuck around on it, right? Like I don't feel like everyone's going to be flipping out like in masses. I think there's going to be a good like chunk, but it's not the same again as like the Wii or the DS back in the day. Okay, like I don't see it as the same. And the thing is too, other than again, there is some game exclusivity. There is competition here. I mean, what's the fucking thing that shit. The thing that Steam has. The Steam Deck, is it called? The Steam Deck or something like that? Bro, there's a Steam Deck. Bro, if there's a Steam Deck, bless you, thank you, Brie, thank you. I miss the Wii and the Wii U. I never got the Wii U, but I always had the Wii, and the Wii was fucking awesome. I love the Wii. The Switch is going to be the Wii U, and it's already going to be the most underrated console. Never 100% new Super Mario Bros. Wii and Wii U. I'm mad about it, and never being Mario. Bro, well, it's like I don't get it. I don't get the point. I don't see why it's so special, and I find it so goofy. I find it so dumb. Like, I really do hope the best for this all, right? I really do wish that people enjoy this, because you know what might not be my thing is probably going to be other people's things. But this seems like just such a big fucking nothing burger. Like, it literally does remind me of just like re-releases of certain consoles. Like, fuck, what was it? Like, was it the... I don't know. I remember it was like a PlayStation 1 or if it was Xbox 1. But like, I remember we're trying to do like this console war bullshit. And they're just trying to throw another console out there. And it was almost the same exact fucking thing. Like, I know people like shit on the new PlayStation 5 now because it's like, what are you going to add? And a lot of times it's like, okay, let's say you want to buy a PlayStation Pro. Well, you're just spending all this fucking money for nothing. Are you spending how much more money for just a fucking nothing burger? Like, and how a lot of times, dude, people like fucking joke about how the normal PlayStation 5 is better than a PlayStation Pro. When you pay that much money for the fucking Pro. Like, it's so stupid, bro. It is so fucking stupid. Again, it's not a console, but kind of the same thing as like, I think of like the iPhones, where it's like, oh yeah, we're gonna update this, and then they just like add on some stupid ass shit that like we've always wanted. That's like the easiest thing to add, and it's like, that's not special, dude. I've waited years for you to just come up with a new phone, just eat our money away, and it's fucking ass. You know what I mean? Plus, like the fact that you put all these softwares on it, like erodes your consoles over time. I don't know. That's the same with these like gaming consoles. I don't know. But like I've heard stories. Okay, so I can't confirm shit. I'm just saying from what I've heard with a lot of these things that are newer. Okay, because it's like, dude, I can have a fucking PlayStation 2 and it'll work just fine for fucking years, and yet now all of a sudden, what, these Xboxes and PlayStations that like are new gen are just fucking dying. Like, I don't know, man. I don't know, but that's just my opinion. That's just my opinion. So that's another thing. And then here's another thing too. A lot of these physical games aren't even just physical games anymore. A lot of times you deadass just can buy these at the store, and then they'll force you to go into the Nintendo Play shop to like put in a code to get it. A lot of these like deadass, we opened up a fucking thing once for the Switch, because you know my little sister uses it, and inside of it was no game, and there's clearly a game slot there, and there's no fucking game in it, and then top it's like, here's your booklet for your code. Dog, if I just wanted to get only the fucking code, that is what I would fucking get. So like it's just so goofy, man. It's so goofy. This shit isn't like real to me anymore. Obviously I still love the vibe Nintendo gives off, right? Nintendo's always been more of a family-friendly vibe. It has like wonderful games on the thing. But the problem is, again, we are in a point where it's like everything's so overbloated and things are so saturated with games where it's like, if you want to keep up, you got to keep up with the big dogs. And Nintendo's kind of been so out of it, and so it's kind of got also a bad rap lately. I mean, of course, a lot of kids don't know about this stuff, but it's like with how much Nintendo has sued other just content creators too about just using like Mario shit, or they've been so just like anal about like their games and whatnot. And like, what, you got to spend $70 for a fucking Mario game? Like, you got to be shitting me here. A Mario game is not $70 worth. Like, I don't think so. I think these games are good, but like, they are just ripping the average consumer off big time. And yeah, I mean, things got to be better. Nintendo sued SML for using their characters for content. Well, it's like people use Minecraft characters all the time. Like Notch, Minecraft doesn't give a shit, and they do great. And yet, yeah, like fucking Nintendo does that, and it's like people are wondering why you're not seeing as much Nintendo shit. Like obviously because of how big and popular Nintendo is, like it never will die, in my opinion. But like, you cannot tell me that Nintendo is the same as it was years ago. It's not as strong or booming or successful. I just genuinely believe that, and I hope that things go well for this. But I have an opinion, man. I have an opinion. I don't think this is going to be fucking peak, man. I think it's just like, oh, we'll make a bigger screen with another graphics card that we needed like almost a decade ago. And then what else are we gonna do? Oh yeah, we're gonna add fucking new joysticks. Which I don't get it. Like this really just looks the exact same to me. This looks the exact same. Like they're showing off. Where's this one part that I thought was so fucking stupid? Yeah, this part. It's like they're showing off the volume button as if it's like some crazy shit, and like the fucking charge port like is some crazy shit. The charge, the on button, the volume. Oh my god! Oh, the on button. Oh my god! Like, dude, you gotta be kidding me here. Like, bro, I'm not gonna fucking flip out over a fucking 2-second fucking deal about that. Like, you can't be me. A stand? They're giving me a stand? Oh my god! Like, bro. You can't make this shit up. Like, I'm not gonna flip out over this shit. It's not worth the money, and I bet it's gonna be like, for now, like 500 fucking bucks, or it's gonna be like probably even 700. I don't know how it's gonna be like fucking. I don't know how much it's gonna be for. So let's actually learn more. Yeah, let's learn more. Watch the trailer. That's it. We just watched the fucking trailer. Okay, Nintendo Switch 2. Okay, what else we got here? Okay. What? Okay, blah, 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 blah. I mean, that's kind of cool seeing that, because I feel like maybe this is going to be easier for people to actually, like, put in and out and for things to connect and whatnot. Because I know there's been a few connection issues with the Joy-Con, so, like, good thing that they're doing that, I think, that's cool, but, like, I don't know, man, maybe I'm the only one that's weird about shit. Yeah. I also think, okay, you just see that where the knobs are, where you put them in and out. I feel like when people are playing games, it's going to get a little annoying sometimes. Maybe I'm wrong about that. I probably will be, but I feel like it's going to be more annoying versus just like a little thing that you literally have to press down and then pull, right? Like clearly one's going to stay in versus the other. So, what else we got? Learn more. Dude, I'm trying to learn more and you're not giving me shit. Presentation. Okay, I don't give a fuck. You're making me jump through hoops just to learn about your fucking device. Fuck that. I like how they went, well, we wanted this to be surprise, but since you peaked, it's not really a surprise anymore with this announcement. I have no idea what they're even talking about. Dude, okay, I'm probably going to upload this as a video. Can you guys please, like, if you're watching this on the YouTube or some shit, can you please tell me what the context is behind this? Like, did this get leaked and, like, a bunch of people were, like, up their ass? Because I feel like that's what happened. I feel like, they were up their ass and they had to, like, release some of this shit, so. A revolutionary console. Revolutionary in that it's the first time Nintendo straight up called the successor to. Yeah. Honestly, yeah. Yeah. The biggest surprise of these final years is how to use the number 2. Bro, that's funny as fuck. I love that. Weird. Maybe I'm the only weird one. This is which was being leaked for over 5 months, bro. And the Joy-Cons click in the new one. The Joy-Cons are the other one side. Oh, I know that, bro. That's why I'm saying that. But it's just like, I don't see how that's much of a better thing. Because it's like, okay, if you're playing a game, your fingers are up here, and you're actually slipping, you're like, you do want these, like, your thing could just, like, pop out. Versus the other ones, like, it takes a lot more, you actually have to press it in, it's a lot more deliberate. And I also don't know how better that's going to be in terms of, like, keeping the structure of it safer, okay? Like, for example, like, if it's going to break. Because the other one, like, I don't know if, like, you slipped in and out, but, like, it was a lot more uniform. This one, you can just slap in and crash in, and if you do that, like, you gotta remember, a lot of kids are going to be using this, so, like, I have a feeling that, like, a kid could break this a lot easier than the other one. Maybe I'm wrong, but I have a feeling. To be fair, the on and off on the first Switch are different. How much? What do you mean they're different? Hold on. Okay, they're top here. Okay, they're tiny. What do you mean? I can literally see them right here. Okay, so here it is. That is not much different, Bree. I don't care what you say. How is that much different? What do you mean? You might still have to hold down a button to click them in. Oh, yeah, probably. Well, I mean, you have to hold in the side so it shows it. Let's see if I can find it. Maybe on the trailer. I don't think it shows it on the trailer, but it showed it on the website we went on to, where like there's the back and you have to like press it in to pull the things in and out. So they're hardly different, dude. Okay, look at this. They are hardly different, Bree. Look at that. Look at that. And then look at the top here. They are almost the exact same. I mean, okay, actually, you actually have some options on the Joy-Cons. Did they get rid of the options of the Joy-Cons? If they did, I'm gonna be so pissed. No, they didn't. Okay, thank God. Okay, that's nice. I'm glad they did not get rid of the option on the Joy-Con, or else I would have lost my shit. I would be like, what the fuck? On the new one, they pop out slightly and they're dead. Slightly. Oh, let's look. Well, also, I think it's a little hard to tell on this one, just because it's like, I mean, right here it's a little bit hard to tell. We don't see it at an upright angle here, so I think it looks the exact same. Maybe my Switch just busted. It's better and sturdy. My right Joy-Con slides out as I'm using it. I can't use handheld as it's annoying, but it looks like USB charging for you, and the bottom is nice. Yeah. It's just so weird. I'm just happy that everyone else is happy, man. I mean, like, I'm good with what I've got, and I have opinions, obviously, where I just feel like these consoles aren't even, like, adding anything new anymore. Like, I was in the age, okay, I was so fucking lucky when I was born, bro, because I was in the age where it's, like, everything was new and extravagant, bro. Like, you guys remember the fucking Xbox Connect and shit like that? Like, nothing crazy, but it was interesting, bro. Like, oh, you could do this without using a Wii handset, and then people just prefer the Wii. But, like, you know, you could do that without this. And then people obviously had the Wii, you had the Wii U, you had the fucking, oh yeah, you want to play games? What about if it's a game in your pocket? That's better than anything you had before. Then that's when the DS came out. Like, there's just so many crazy things. The fucking jump from the PS2 all the way up to, like, obviously 4. Like, we've had a lot of upgrades within my time. And now it's like, people don't see that. People aren't going to be able to see that, so. Anyways, yeah, that's my take on it.
Subscribe to Blue Digit.
What?
Do it now.
Hello.
You are a cow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Subscribe to Blue Digit or else.